Oh man, so altcoins are alive. We are starting to see that some of the altcoins are starting to wake up from a deep sleep through 2022. What does this mean? Are we now ready for a reversal, or is this a little bit of impulsiveness just with a little bit of excitement coming into the new year? We're going to analyze which coins are moving, what does this mean for the wider market, plus some key macroeconomic piece of data due out today. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. As always, check out the links in the description if you want to buy any cryptocurrency. As you can see here today, Bitcoin up 0.91%, but that's not the focus of today, because the focus are altcoins. We're starting to see some green, some movement, some life in the blood of altcoins, which is a well-needed relief because we've not seen this for a very long time. Bitcoin, ever since the FTX fallout, has pretty much been sideways. Altcoins have been non-existent throughout the Christmas and New Year's period, and now we're starting to see a little bit of excitement. I mean, right now you've got Bitcoin up 0.9%, but Ethereum moving at 3%. You've got Binance Coin moving at 3.7%, Matic moving at 3% today, Phantom another 2.2% today, Dogecoin even moving up 2.5%, but the big one today is Near Protocol up 15%, which we're going to take a look at. But before we do that, let's jump on over to traditional markets to see what is going on, because we've got two key pieces of macroeconomic data which I'm going to share with you shortly coming out today, pre-market, trying to show a little bit of greenness. Now, the traditional markets have started off the year very tentatively. They're still scared about recession, they're still scared about inflation, but Bitcoin seems to be snubbing that for the first few days. Now, do I think that can last? Probably not necessarily. I think if the markets continue to show pain for the next few weeks in the traditional markets, I think Bitcoin will ultimately follow it. I don't see it decoupling just yet, but I do think this is a well-needed couple of green days. I'm going to show you why it's important that we do not ignore these types of green days. It's easy to do that because of all this talk of recession and fears, but I'm going to show you how quickly this market can start to move. So we are seeing a little bit of green. I'm not expecting that to particularly last too long. I think the markets are still super nervy, and we've got two key pieces of macroeconomic data. The first one, which is coming out later on today, are your jobs opening figures, also called your JOLTS figure. This is expected to come at 10 million new job openings, okay? Remember, these are the number of jobs in the market. So if you're increasing the number of jobs available in the market, that is going to have an effect on inflation. So this is a figure Jerome Powell will look at keenly, and we want to see this start to come down. So we can see here it came down from the previous month from 10.6 million to 10.3 million. This is now expected to come in at 10 million flat. Remember, the less job openings, that means that the less competitive the labor market, therefore wages can start to fall. We want to see this excess job openings start to come down. Very important. Now, we've also got the FOMC minutes. Now, this is the minutes from the previous meeting, which we covered last month. So remember, that can still move markets. Markets want to read that to see what are the Fed thinking? What's in their mind? What are their thoughts around potentially a soft landing? Do they give any clues about what are they focused on now? Are they moving from focusing on CPI to now more the jobs figures such as the JOLTS? These are all things that are going to be covered off. But why are altcoins moving? So we can see that the main driver of what we're seeing here is Bitcoin dominance starting to rotate. So if we take a zoom out here, this is the daily chart on Bitcoin dominance, you can pretty much see that we've been tracking this between two key levels on a macro time frame, right? So if we date back all the way to the middle of 2021, we have been trading between 39% on the Bitcoin dominance up to kind of this range up at maximum about 48%. And you're seeing this fluctuation happen between. Now, what you've seen happen here is we've hit a micro level of resistance at around this level at 42%, and we started getting a bit of a reversal. So you can see it topped out since the middle of December, and for 2 weeks you went sideways here on your Bitcoin dominance, and now you're starting to see it fall, which means that altcoins are starting to move faster and more powerful than Bitcoin. Now remember, this happens when risk rotates on, okay? Altcoins move faster than Bitcoin when risk rotates on. To explain that, so let's play this out. In a fearful environment, people rotate out of altcoins and into Bitcoin. Therefore, your Bitcoin dominance will rise. However, when that fear starts to dissipate, when risk starts to slowly rotate back on, people will feel a little bit more confident adding positions to altcoins. That's when they feel the market is a little bit more positive and has potential to move to the upside. That is when you start to see the Bitcoin dominance fall back down to the downside. I'm going to be watching this to see, does the Bitcoin dominance start to work its way towards 39? If it does, this could mean a really positive move and period for altcoins. And you've already seen this in the short term. I'm going to cover off a few examples here, just to give you an example. Let's start off with Ethereum, right? Very basic. Ethereum's not done anything super exciting, but already, let's just take this. This move here to where we're at right now, Ethereum has already pumped 10% almost just from the 19th of December. So in 2 weeks, Ethereum has already pumped 10%. So if you were out of the market and you've missed out on that 10% move already on Ethereum, which is one of the smaller moving ones. Let's take a look at Binance. Again, if you date back to this period here, which was the 17th of December, just over 2 weeks ago, to where we're at roughly now, that's a 17% move on Binance. And this is why you cannot be a skeptic all the time. You got to risk your money in order to make money, right? That's why crypto and investing is so difficult, because it's the balance of this psychology. You can't just sit on the market and say, oh, I'm a permanent bear, or even on the upside, I'm a permanent bull. You've got to be in the market, and then you've got to be out in the market when things start to change. You've got to be able to move swiftly with the data that is coming out. Again, let's take a look at something like Matic, which has already performed really well throughout this year. And you can take and see that this is up another 8%, which is hugely strong considering they've already had a powerful 2022. Solana obviously had a huge move, moving 18% just yesterday. But let's take Solana from the lows on 29th of December, just there before December ends. It's up 77%. So again, a lot of people are thinking from the perspective of, oh, I bought Solana at a really high price and we're miles away from all-time highs. But you've got to think of the percentage gain from the dips which you're buying. So if you're allocating capital at the bottom, which is, remember, what you ultimately want to be doing, right? The whole aim of this game is to allocate when people are fearful, which is in those red candlesticks here. Then you would have made a 77%, 78% return. Now, I've shared my separate thoughts on Solana on a separate video. I'm going to link that up here. And I'm still not too super convinced on this on the long run, which is why I have not been adding to my long-term portfolio. If you guys want to trade this kind of impulsive move, what a great volatile crypto to be trading right now. Solana is definitely one of those with good volume, which you could be trading. Let's also take a look at Phantom, which we covered off. Phantom broke out beautifully from the channel which we were monitoring. And again, Phantom, over the last couple of days here, if you just monitor that over kind of 4 or 5 days, really, you're looking at 14% return on Phantom, which is really impressive. So you can see here, if you're out of the market, you're missing some serious pumps here just by being this permanent bear. So yes, you can have a bearish kind of thesis. Yes, you can expect the markets to rotate to more lows because of if we're heading into a recession. But you've still got to be prepared to be in the market and allocate capital. Otherwise, you're going to miss the whole opportunity of this recession without ever building your bags. Let's take a look at Cosmos Atom, another really powerful one. And again, this is not one of those attractive coins which everybody's excited to talk about. But again, if you watch my video here where I talk about the key narratives going into 2023, interoperability is definitely going to be a strong contender. And you can see here, Atom, one of the leaders in interoperability, is sitting here up 23% in just 19 or so days, which is really impressive. Just over 2 weeks, and you're 23% on your money with Cosmos Atom. So a lot of people are sitting here saying, oh, where is the money to be made in crypto? You're missing it right now because you're unable to rotate from the bearish mindset into a bullish mindset. And that's a key thing I want to share here. Don't let yourself get caught up in deniability, right? It's really important, and it's difficult, I know. From November all the way through, from November 21 all the way through to the end of 2022, we have been getting hit. But in instances where you have these couple of weeks of movements, are you going to sit there and deny these movements? Really important that you're able to separate your emotions from your actual investing behavior. That's really, really key. A big one up today is Near Protocol. Near Protocol is moving very strongly today. You can see here already up 14%. But again, just look at it over the last 4 days in Near Protocol, 25% up here on Near Protocol. A really big move. And now you're starting to see, hopefully if you guys are new to crypto, how quickly some of these altcoins can move, which is why it's so exciting and why we invest in the first place. Now, do I want you guys to get super excited and start loading into altcoins? No. But you need to ask yourself the question, if you're not loading up now in the depths of these markets when many altcoins are 95, 96% from all-time highs, when were you hoping to do so? And if you don't want to do so, that's absolutely fine. That's based on your conviction. Maybe you're a Bitcoin maximalist. Maybe you're a Bitcoin and ETH maximalist, in which case you don't want to load up on any of these other altcoins. But if you do, but you still find yourself sitting on the sidelines, you've got to ask yourself, what is that position? Because there's never going to be the perfect moment to buy. But what is that position where you're more likely to get a return? Are we closer to the bottom than we are the top? That's what you've got to figure out and then allocate your positions accordingly. Big jolts figure coming out later today, plus the FOMC minutes. Let's see how that moves the markets. But one thing for sure, we are seeing some exciting movement from the altcoins, which are proving to everybody that they are alive and kicking. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go watch my video here on the key narratives and specific cryptos, which are on my watch list going into 2023. Smash up likes, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.